What's happening? Y'all know what it is. We back at it again. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. It is what it is. We got more boxing talk. We're gonna
Mm.
talk boots. We're gonna talk bud. We're gonna talk dream off. We're gonna talk about money. We're gonna talk about is it worth it? We're gonna talk about what can it do for who. You feel me? We'll be right back.
Hey, what it is. We back. I told you. This is the genesis. This is the beginning of something great. I'm one of your hosts, the big boss hog, boss dog K Po through the dope. We got Coach B right there, aka Brody on the hustle. And this is Clutch Factory, baby. You thought I was gonna say minor greatness. We still got minor greatness. You know what I mean? We still got it. We still, but me and Coach, we started something else, man. This is the genesis of something great. It's gonna be a lot of stuff spinning off of that clutch up there. You see that? You see the logo up there? It's gonna be a lot going on with that up there. Yeah, y'all stay tuned, man. We got a lot of stuff coming, man, for real. But you know, today, baby, we talking boxing, like Coach mentioned earlier. We talking about boots. We talking about Bud. We talking about Madrimov. But I want to segue off into Bud versus Madrimov. Coach, Bud is fighting Madrimov August 3rd. There's some people saying that Madrimov gonna be a tough test. Some people looking at Madrimov's size and they like, man, that's a big boy. Pause, no diddy. They looking at how strong he is, and they like, Bud, this might be a tough test. Break down, what do you think Bud can do to win this fight, and what do you think Madrimov can do to win this fight, and who do you got winning in your opinion?
Uh I go in reverse order. First things first, like I said, like I mentioned yesterday. When I speak, pause no freaky is in full effect long term until the next video. You feel me? So I'm not gonna keep pausing and say pause no freaky. All right, now that's in effect. Like I said, I'm gonna work in reverse order. I got Bud winning this fight. I got Bud winning this fight. Bud got too much on the line. He got legacy. He got resume. He got Hall of Fame. He need and want this money. So I got Bud winning this fight just off of sheer determination. That I got to factor. I got Bud winning this fight. How he winning this fight, I really don't know. I see him getting it done. Do I see it going all 12? Uh, Possibly, but then again, if Bud get in that mode, what my dream off, you know what I'm saying, landing them power shots and he hit Bud one good time and Bud go in that mode like, oh boy, you didn't hit me too hard. It's time to end you. You know what I'm saying? We could see a knockout, but I do have Bud winning this fight. What can my dream off do to win this fight? Don't let up.
Mm.
Don't give Bud a chance. That's your only hope. Don't let up. Don't give Bud a chance. Be as lethal, be as dangerous, be as on point, be calculated with everything you know how to do within your skill set of boxing. And that'll give him a dream off his biggest opportunity to beat Bud. And if you do anything outside of what I just labeled, pointed out, it's gonna be a tough night from a dream off. He is solid. He is a bigger opponent. He is a switch hitter as well. He does pack a punch. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just feel like it's something missing there with Madrimov. What it is, I don't know. We'll see during fight night when it's going on. We might have something special for y'all on fight night too as well. So y'all stay tuned to see what we got for y'all. But anyways, let's keep it rolling. Like I say, he just gonna have to be sharp in all areas, in all aspects of boxing. And I mean, like the hit, don't get hit factor if you got it in them. The deliver a power punch when you need to deliver a power punch. The pop shots, the pop, 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 build up, pow. You know what I'm saying? Get in, get out. Choose to be in, choose to be out. Shout out Coach Ant. That's his number one saying. Choose to be in, choose to be out. Shout out Coach Ant. But let's go ahead and segue into Bud. Bud, I believe we're gonna see Bud put on a good masterclass performance. Why? Because he always seems to be doing the right thing at the right time. This time he is training with Andre Ward. We all know who Andre Ward is to the boxing world. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? He's a gem. He's a Hall of Famer. He has his own legacy built from the ground up, and it's going nowhere. It's not too many people you can say that's great and not mention Andre Ward at the top, you know. So and Bud is training with him. So if you're training with somebody like that, how can you not put on a great performance? What can you do not to put on a great performance training with somebody like Andre Ward? You know what I'm saying? So he, like I say, Bud is always doing the right thing when it comes to leveling up, getting better, and doing the right thing to prepare for his opponents. Now, I believe he's gonna put on a masterclass performance. I believe this is gonna be one of those fights where we see Bud put the power together. He put the hit, not get hit together. He put the boxing skills all on display. He put the athleticism on display. He put the touch and go on display. He put the, you know, Bud has been doing this already. I'm not saying anything he hasn't done, but at the same time, I believe we're gonna get a full scale Bud right here, and I believe Bud gonna do what he got to do. Like I say, off of sheer, I got to, I need to, I'm going to, and because like most people know, especially the Bud buddies, my man is looking to go out on top. He looking to retire with a big bank account, and I believe if he go ahead and win this fight, it'll level him up to move on to something bigger and better. And I'm gonna leave it at that. The floor is yours, K-Po.
All right, so off the muscle, I got Terrence Crawford by stoppage. I think it's gonna be early. I think it's gonna be around 4 or 5. I just don't see this fight as being a competitive fight. Madrimov got 11 fights, 10 or 11 fights. He just won his title in March, so he hasn't even grown as a fighter and known how to defend his belt. You know what I mean? Um, Now, granted, we all know that Terrence wanted to fight Fundura, you know, or a Tim Tszyu winner, but he couldn't get that fight, so he's fighting Madrimov. And you got a lot of people looking at Madrimov as, you know, big, dangerous fighter. Some people say he looked like Triple G. And he do. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I don't think that's gonna matter. I think Bud gonna be too quick, too fast, and I think he's gonna tire Madrimov out and stop him. But that's my opinion. Let's get to the technical things of it. What Bud got to do against Madrimov is he got to be first. He got to be first. Um, can't be in one spot for too long, and he got to make Madrimov work. He got to box, use his feet, use lateral movement, change angles, set traps. You know what I mean? I think which I know he gonna do, if Bud do that against Madrimov, he could stop him. You know, I think it's gonna be a performance like he did with Victor Postal. You know what I mean? Where he looked to box and set traps and run Madrimov into shots. You know, he ain't even got to sit on no punches. He just got to let Madrimov come forward and run into a shot. You know what I mean? And I think if he's able to do that, which I believe he will, he gonna stop him. Right? Now Madrimov, what he got to do is, I went back and watched Madrimov because I really wasn't keen on him. But he's
Right.
very athletic for his size. He can move.
Mhm.
He got good feet work. Um, You know, he's a very athletic guy, but so is Bud, right? So, you know, Bud is the athletes of the athletes when you're talking about, you know, being an athlete in boxing. Um, but when it comes down to Madrimov can't be predictable against Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford IQ is too high. So what Madrimov got to do is cut off the ring, make deposits to the body, and fight Bud. That's what he got to do. He got to fight Bud. He got to bait Bud into wanting to fight. That's what he got to do. That's his only chance to win this fight. He's not going to be able to outskill Bud. He's not going to be able to. He got to make Bud fight. That's what he got to do. He got to use his size, come behind that jab, keep your chin tucked, stay disciplined, don't fall for no traps, don't fall for no bait, none of that, and fight. Keep Bud back on the ropes. Don't let Bud get in the middle of the ring. Just keep him on the ropes and beat on him. Beat on his arms, his legs, whatever he giving you, beat on it. Pause. No dig. You know what I'm saying? That's just what you gotta make that clear, because that was crazy. So so that's what Madrimov got to do. If he's able to do that, I say his only chance of winning this fight is by stoppage. He got to
Mhm.
stop Terrence Crawford. He's not gonna be able to outbox him. You know what I mean? But uh, do I think he'll do that? I don't know. You know, because he kind of has that European style. He can do that stuff Bivol be doing. I've seen that, right?
Mhm.
He can, you know, he can do that. But at the same time, you're talking about Crawford, who also has that in his arsenal. Crawford also can do that. Crawford also could go southpaw. Crawford also can go orthodox. So I think Madrimov, once Crawford starts switching, he gonna have a problem knowing what to do in those situations. So I got Crawford by stoppage around 4 or 5. I think it's gonna be Crawford gonna fill him out, and then once he download that data, it's a wrap. So now we
So
gonna stick. What's up, bro?
before we segue, if you don't mind, I got a quick question for the viewers. Make sure y'all get in the comment section as well and answer this. Do you see Bud Crawford headed into any trouble water if they go past round 6 or 7? Do you think Madrimov will find a way if he feels like he can stay alive, he can withstand the onslaught of Bud? Do you feel like Bud could possibly have to go through some trouble waters in this fight if they go past a certain round in the fight?
Mm, that's a good question. No, I'm serious. I don't see Madrimov. I think this is one of the fights where Bud just finna get a belt. He trying to get a belt real quick, and then we talked about it on the Mind on Greatness podcast. I think if Errol beats Fundura, because I feel like that's a tougher fight.
Hmm.
That's if Errol beats Fundura, then that's probably gonna set up either an undisputed or a unification between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford.
Hmm.
You know,
Facts.
at 154 pounds. So we shall see. How this thing pan out, but no. To answer your question directly, no.
You said no. No, I was just trying to make sure we all on the same page because I was blatant. It was a blatant no for me as well because I thought about it too. Somebody was talking about it at the gym, and I'm like, nah, I really don't understand how you even come up with that question, but it's a good question to ask. But no, I don't. I don't feel like even if you go past round 5, 6, 7, whatever, I don't see Bud really struggling at all in this fight unless he chooses to struggle just to keep us entertained. But other than that, I don't see Bud struggling in this fight either.
Yeah, I mean it's finna be a massacre. That's how I feel about it. I think we finna see another Sports Center stoppage by Terrence Crawford. That's what I see when it comes to Madrimov fight. And no disrespect to Madrimov, I ain't trying to disrespect Madrimov, but this is Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? He
Right.
just got through beating one of the boogeymen of 147 pounds. Errol Spence was breaking people, boning people face. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why would you want to fight him? Like, you know what I mean? Nah, I get it. Fighters are fighters. You know what I mean? But he breaking bone in people's face. That make you kind of think like, okay, I need to. This nigga breaking. That nigga, his eye. Look at that nigga. Okay, that
Right.
nigga look like a sock. That brother right there look like a cyclops. Hey, uh, he make
You
you
got
think
to
about
think
it.
about it for sure. For sure.
You
You
know,
got to.
and Crawford winning them and made it look easy. So, you know, I don't think Madrimov gonna. I know her Madrimov was talking about I'm not Errol Spence. You right. You not Errol Spence. You ain't on his level.
Mm,
You
no one
below
did.
Errol Spence. Yeah. You finna get body bag and toe tag by Terrence Crawford. I'm willing to bet whatever. It's not finna be a close fight, I'm telling you. But let's segue off. I was watching uh, a segment between Gilly and Coach Kenny Ellis and Keyshawn Davis, and they brought up boots, and it's been a lot of traction. It's speeding up between Jamboos Ennis and Bud Crawford, and I had a talk with a couple of people at the job, and we talked about that fight. So
Mm.
of course Crawford, had something to say about Jamboos and his performance, but we'll talk about that another time. Um, what do you think about that fight? Do you think that fight gets made? Because you got Turkey Al Sheik, you know, after Boots won, he called Eddie Hearn and and Turkey Al Sheik straight asked Boots, you want to fight? And Boots said, send the contract. So what do you think about that fight? Do you think that fight gets made in the first place? Right. And then on another note, who do you have winning that fight? Like stylistically, who do you have winning that fight? What do both guys got to do to win that fight? Like, is it a dangerous fight? Let me know, sir.
Let's first off, let's shout out to Turkey Al Sheik because this guy has came into the boxing community and really tried to put forth the best against the best, and he not hesitating on the black card or the cash pot or the bag or the moolah or whatever y'all want to call it. He not hesitating. He want the best to fight the best, and he willing to put up the bread for it. And I respect that because we as boxing heads, as boxing fans, we deserve it. The people deserve it. We need to see the best fight the best. That's how it was back in the day. It didn't matter what the cash pot was. It was more about I want to be the best. I want to fight the best. The only way I'm gonna know if I'm the best is if I fight the best. But enough with that. Let's go ahead and roll into it. Boots versus Bud. This fight, I don't know why people ain't really shouting, stomping, and screaming for this fight. It's one of those fights that'll be an instant classic, regardless of who you go for. Regardless if you go for Boots or regardless if you go for Bud. You know what I'm saying? It'll be an instant classic immediately. Why? Because I feel like in the future, Boots is gonna be the best. Right now, Bud is one of the best. And there's it's no debate about it. Everybody sees it, everybody knows it. If you in denial about either one of these people being one of the top fighters now or later, do you get away from the sport of boxing? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. But anyways, like I said, this fight should be pushed. It needs to be pushed, and the only way it's gonna get made is if us as fans continue to kick, scream, and shout for it. Boots versus Bud. Boots versus Bud. Boots. A lot of people going for this Canelo narrative for what? Like for what? It's cool if we get it, but I'll watch it. But I'd rather see Bud versus Boots. Why? Because you get two guys on the opposite side of the spectrum with age and skill, but at the same time, it's like when they get in the ring, it's gonna be fireworks immediately. Boots, what does he got? Boots, my bad. I don't know what that was. We got a little storm going on outside. I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but that was loud, shook my whole house. But anyways, I thought somebody was coming through my door. I was finna grab it, chink chink. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, Boots, what do you got to do to win? I believe he's gonna have to play his role well. He's gonna have to play his role real well against Bud. He's gonna have to kind of slowly inch into things, inch into it. And then once he think or once he can figure out a way to keep Bud at bay, to respect his speed, to respect his power, to respect his IQ, then he might have a chance. But at the same time, it's like it's easier said than done when you got Bud in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So with Boots, angles, speed, athleticism, you can't be in there doing that robot dancing and pausing and getting jiggy with it in front of Bud because he ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be world class, straight tuned in, ready to box. You know what I'm saying? And again, if you can get off those triple hooks or those triple uppercuts, you're gonna need those. You're gonna need those because those are punches that'll keep somebody at bay. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about you, but if somebody can land a three punch uppercut or hook with the same hand at lightning speed, bruh, you got it. You got it, my man. But at the same time, that ain't enough to stop no Bud. What does Bud have to do to win? Be Bud. Be expecting to get hit, be expecting to get punched, be expecting to be, rattled a little bit. You have to have that in your head when you get in there with Boots. You're not gonna just get in there and do what you want with Boots. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what weight y'all at. Boots is not gonna let anybody just walk over him. You know what I'm saying? And he's proven that with this last fight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, "Oh, it's a debate that Boots could be better because he stopped him at 5." Cool, but at the same time, Crawford stopped him in 6. You know what I'm saying? Which is both respectable. 5 and 6 is very respectable. That's early. That's early in any fight. Rounds 5 and 6. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, be expecting it. Be expecting it. Be advantageous to what could happen when you get in there with a boost. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. He gonna land some shots. Sit in there. I ain't gonna say sit in there, but use your skill. Be a master of what you do. You know what I'm saying? Switch hit. When he's switching, you switch. But I tell my fighters a lot. If you get in there with somebody that want to brawl, okay, let's box. You get in there with somebody that want to box, find a way to get inside, make it ugly, make it nasty. Again, Madonna, when he got in there with Broner wanted to box. No, sir. He ain't let him box it out. Same thing with Mayweather. He made it tough for Mayweather a little bit, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you sometimes you just got to be on the opposite end of the spectrum. But yes, we should be screaming and hollering to the rooftops for this fight because it's one of those fights that we need as fans. Do I think we gonna get it? Maybe a long shot, but at the same time, if we do, tune in because it's gonna be something worth watching. We need the Bud versus Boots, and I think Bud has already said before it's low risk. What he say is high risk, low reward. It could be, it could be, and I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the money. Then on the opposite end, he's talking about I can get in there with this youngin and actually injure myself by trying to beat him and then mess up my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Boots gonna break something on Bud, but at the same time, when you in there with another lion, it's like you gonna lose something. When it's lion versus lion, you gonna lose something. You gonna lose something. You may lose an eye, you may lose a nail or two, something. You're gonna lose something. You're gonna pay for it. You can't put two lions in the same place and watch them fight and nobody come out injured. Both of them gonna be injured. And that's just how this fight gonna be. And I like this fight. This is a great fight. We need this fight. We want this fight. Let's get this fight. Turkey, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Please get us this fight. Please, please. I'm begging. We begging. My bad. I extended. Go ahead, K-Pop. What you got on this?
This is gonna be a treat for fans. You got two skillful guys. They both could switch hit. I think Boots is a natural switch hitter. Then Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford comes out orthodox or southpaw when one of them ain't working. Boots can switch from southpaw to orthodox mid combination. I've seen him do it. It's crazy. Now, like you pointed out, it's certain things he can do against the low level guys. Can he do that against the top level guy? We don't know. We will see. You know, Boots typically sometimes get hit too much. You know, so his defense gonna have to be on point against a Terrence Crawford. But what I see from Boots and what he got to do against a Crawford is beat Boots. You know what I mean? Beat Boots. Don't make the moment bigger than what it is. You know, treat it like any other fight. Now, granted, Terrence Crawford is not any other fighter. I'm not sitting there saying that. But when you in a fight of this magnitude, sometimes people tend to the moment get too big for them. And you may see a guy, he have all the talent in the world, but he looking stiff in there. He getting hit with stuff he normally wouldn't get hit with. I just want Boots to be relaxed. And I think that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a relaxed, calm, cool, and collected Boots that before the bell rings, he's sitting in the corner smiling when they introduce him and he squatted down. That's what we're gonna get. And I think what Boots got to do, the important thing is gonna be ring generalship. The important thing is gonna be pace. I think Boots gotta make Bud fight at his pace. Now, granted,
Mhm.
Bud can fight at any pace, but Boots got to find a pace that's effective that can keep Bud on his toes. And I think that if Boots is able to do that, then he can be able to dominate the fight or win the fight, right? But Boots is going to come down to timing. It's going to come down to pace. You know, I think both these guys are entirely skillful. You know, I can't sit here and say, oh, Boots got a better jab. I can't sit here and say Terrence got a better jab. It's one of those matchups where it's like, you know, you don't know. Now, the only thing I will say is this. Crawford got a lot of big fight experience,
Mhm.
right? So he has more experience than Boots. But when it comes down to just straight skill for skill, it's pretty even. What Crawford got to do is same thing I said about Boots. Be Crawford, right? Fight at your pace. I don't know if he can do that switching thing on Boots because Boots do the same thing he do. Boots can fight southpaw. Boots can fight orthodox. So my thing is, will that work against a Jambu Ennis? I don't know. He might have to do what he did against Errol as pertains to like, hey, I'm gonna fight southpaw the whole fight, right?
Mhm.
Because Bud didn't switch to orthodox against Errol. He fought southpaw the whole fight until he stopped Errol. So he gonna have to do that again against a Boots. But I think Bud just gotta be Bud. He gotta come in there and he gotta be sharp. And he gotta dissect and break down Boots Ennis. That's what he gotta do. If Crawford wins this fight, I don't see a stoppage. I see like a unanimous decision. But if
Mm-hmm.
Boots wins this fight, I see a stoppage.
Mm-hmm.
I see a stoppage because that's what it's gonna take for Boots to win this fight against a Crawford. He gonna have to stop Crawford. I do say this though. Boots got more power than Terrence Crawford. It's
Mm-hmm.
obvious. It's
Right.
obvious. But if Boots wins this fight, it's gonna be a stoppage. If Crawford wins this fight, it's gonna be an unanimous decision. Like he just dominate and outclass Boots, make Boots look, spank him. Pause. No diddy. Hey, not yet, young fella. Not
Mm-hmm.
yet. That's what he gonna do to Boots. So I think, and I'm picking Crawford to beat Boots. But I will throw this disclaimer in, and I said this on my channel. The longer Crawford wait, that boy get a little bit more experience. He start getting some big fights under his belt. It's gonna quickly flip to Boots. I got Boots. That's just
Mm-hmm.
real talk.
You say,
You know
ooh, travel.
what I mean? So, like I said before, man, we shall see how this thing pan out. I think that, this is a treat if they can deliver this fight. And like you said, shout out to Turkey Al Sheik for, putting that money up. You know what I'm saying? Because now there are no more excuses. There's
Mm-hmm.
none. There's no, hey, I gotta build my brand up. There's no hey, I gotta do this. Turkey Al Sheik willing to pay the money if that's what the fans want. You know what I mean? So I'm intrigued to see, if this fight gets made. I know Bud want to fight Canelo, which that's a fight that I think he should avoid because I'm telling you right now, and I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. That boy from Guadalajara, Mexico, will knock the BDB buckshots out of Terrence Crawford. That's just real talk. If Terrence Crawford go to 168 straight from 154, he getting stopped. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care what nobody say. That's just what it is.
Better
You got
get you a
anything?
tune.
You got anything else, Coach? You got anything else
Nah,
with that?
nah. I just want to ask you this. You say Boots get the stoppage. You got him a stoppage by TKO or KO
I
if he
say
gets the stoppage.
KO. I say KO because Bud has shown in certain fights where he kind of get a little reckless. You know what I mean? Uh, and he might underestimate Boots.
Okay. Okay.
So I think so people was look at the Errol fight and that's his last body of work. So you're gonna look at that and be like, oh, but Bud knew Errol was real. He knew Errol was a tough test. That's why he had a pre-camp. That's why he was already in tip-top shape before he fought Errol. You know what I'm saying? That's why he took that tuna fight against Avocado before he fought Errol. Why did he do that? Which was brilliant. Errol Spence should have did the same thing. But
Right.
which was brilliant because he knew this is the biggest fight of my life. Like this is a career defining fight. This fight right here is the fight of all fights in my career. This is the fight that's gonna basically, solidify me. That
Mm-hmm.
Errol Spence fight was the fight. Even for Errol, that was the fight. You know what I mean? Think about for how many years, we didn't mention Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Errol Spence this, Terrence Crawford this. And it
Mm-hmm.
happened. You know what I mean? Now, we got to give Errol credit. The reason why the fight happened was because of Errol Spence.
Right.
Because of
Props.
Errol.
Props.
You know what I mean? That's how us Texas boys do it. We ain't running for no smoke. And even if we lose, hey, we're gonna lose like a man. We're gonna walk out with our head held high. That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you got some dudes that won't do that. You know what I mean? So you got anything else, Coach? I can start cooking, but I'm not trying to do that.
You,
You know what I'm saying?
we can both go all day when it comes to this boxing talk, especially when it comes to certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got nothing else to add to it. I think it was a great spin. I like it. I like it. I like it. We good. I'm good.
Yeah, y'all. Y'all know we talked about Terrence Crawford, aka Bud. We talked about Boots. We talked about my dream off. Y'all stay tuned. August 3rd, we got something special for y'all. We're gonna do for the channel. Y'all go subscribe to Boss Our channel. Y'all go subscribe to Mine on Greatness. Me and Coach might go live Sunday on my channel. So y'all be looking out for that. We're gonna try to go live, you know, on my channel as much as possible, trying to get Coach some more exposure so y'all can see that knowledge that man got. The man is turning into a guru. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he gonna be up there, man. Next thing you know, he be on TV with some pro boxers. They're gonna be like, yeah, Coach B, Coach of the Year. You know what I'm saying? So, you
Facts.
know, we just want to continue to give him a platform, man. But y'all continue to blow this mug up. Clutch Factory, we clutched up, we clutched out. Know what I'm talking about. We in there like swimmer without the chin hair. I'm Boss. That's Brody. We gone.
Salute.